How much longer, Gary, are you going to be doing this? This is the question I get asked all the time. So I'm going to ask it of you because we're sort of contemporaries. How much longer, Gary, are you going to be doing this?
I don't know, man. It just feels good still. And the crowds keep showing up and liking it. And I like to keep the brand going, and Ronnie and Alan and Stevie and all those guys who aren't here anymore keep their dream alive, you know. And it was our dream back in the early days to write songs and make it big in a band and be heard. So I just want to keep talking about them like we're doing now, or all the interviews the whole band does, Johnny and Ricky and them. It's always about the whole thing, not just about what's happened today. And we're just, I don't know, man, what's the next big thing you do when you retire? You know, what's the next big step?
So you and I are in the same boat. We're not going to retire because we don't have anything else to do?
No, you look great. Yeah, nothing to do. And I love, we got a little place we go in Wyoming, and my daughters are there and the grandkids. So we like to go there, and it's beautiful. And
you still live in Atlanta?
Yeah, we got a place there that's it's easier to get in and out of Atlanta more than Jackson, you know, and when we're touring. And so, I don't know, we're going to do a little longer. We're going to actually do a farewell tour soon, in the next couple of years. So, but other than that, we'll probably do a farewell and then come back like everybody else. I think the Eagles have retired 5 times and came back, and Chicago and this band and that band, you know. But anyway.
You are the Street Survivors album that came out way back when. And you, Gary, are the most surviving of all the survivors.
Yeah.
Do you think about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, man, you know, because it's like you shouldn't forget your past and don't worry about your past, just go forward. But that's what we do, is talk about our past, and it never goes away, you know. Since the crash, it seems like every day it's either comes up on the radio or somebody talking it, or you hear something, or we play, or so it's always around, you know. And I don't know, I'm glad I'm still here, you know. I want to like I say, play the music and show everybody that that Ronnie and Alan and our dream came true, and we want to just keep it going. I think Billy and Leon and the guys, you know, who recently have died, they did too, you know. They just wanted us to play, and that's all we know to do anyway. I wouldn't know how to do anything else. But it's such a pleasure to play and see the people. You know, Ronnie and Alan and them, they didn't live long enough after the songs were out to see them go classic, and Freebird was just a new song. And they didn't know that 30, 40 years from now it would still be being played, you know. And they never really got to see that and realize what they had done and wrote, you know. I didn't either back then. We didn't know what we were doing. We were kids, you know, young kids, and having fun. In the end of the 60s and the 70s was crazy. So, and it all happened. Their dream came true with mine too, you know. So I'm just still living it, thank God.
Billy, I think, was the first one to get out of the hospital and come back to Jacksonville, and I interviewed him out at Air Command, and he told me that you had 2 broken arms and 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
What was your recovery like? And do you still have pain?
Oh yeah, it never goes away. And I crushed my arm, my wrist, and broke my pelvic bone too. Everything was broken. But really, me and Alan talked about it, Alan Collins, after. The main thing was our hearts were broken because we'd lost our best friends and our band and the guys we grew up with, and learned, you know, we were all teenagers together, so you learn all about girls and driving, and you grow up together. You're more close, it's like you're all brothers, and we were. So that was hard, you know. It was just terrible what happened then.
Do you have flashbacks? Do you remember the plane crashing, Gary?
Yeah, I mean, I got my, you know what, through the years, everybody that was on it and that it happened to has a different story. It's crazy, not their story, but what happened. So I don't know, yeah, I still remember, I kind of remember most what happened, And I remember waking up and hearing some guys scream. It was like being in Vietnam, hearing screaming and your brother's in pain, and I thought that there was a door on me. I kept yelling for Dean Kilpatrick, our road manager, to get this door off me, Dean, help. And I was cussing, and I think that he came over and got it. That's what I thought, and threw it off of me. But then the doctor said that he wasn't able to do that, he couldn't have done that physically because he was too hurt, but he did it, and things happen weird when that's going on. There's freaky things.
Dean would have done that before he died.
Well,
if he got that door off you.
I think he did.
It's with profound sadness that we send our love and sincere condolences to the family of Gary Rossington. Gary Rossington, the original surviving member of Lynyrd Skynyrd, sadly passed away at the age of 71. Gary was such a supportive member of the group, and being the last member of the group, his death has a great impact on his fans and the band. Gary Rossington survived a plane crash in 1977 that killed some of his band members, Steve Garris and Ronnie Van Zant, and Cassie Gaines, who was a sister to Steve Gaines, as well as their road manager. Gary Rossington will be remembered for his guitar sounds in songs like Free Bird, among others. Our thoughts are with his family and loved ones, and may his soul rest in eternal peace. I hope you have learned something from his interview, and please keep his family in prayer, send your condolences, and keep comments respectful. Consider subscribing to Touch News Media, and please turn on your bells so that you don't miss out on any video that we upload. I love you. Bye bye.